We've all been in the following situation. We're waiting on a deliverable from a colleague and the deadline is fast approaching. We decide it's time to check in on the status of things. Now, at first blush, this seems straightforward. In an office, it's as simple as swinging by the colleague's desk to say, "What's up?" But how about when we're working remotely? Easy. We just pick up the phone and give them a ring, right? Well, as you've probably guessed, it's not always that simple. In this lesson, we'll discuss why that is and how we can do remote check-ins the right way. If you are managing teams or collaborating with colleagues remotely, you'll want to stick around for this. What is up, Explearners? Mary Daphne here of Explearning.co, where we believe social skills are the key to the good life. What's the good life? It's a life where you call the shots, you have a crew you can count on, and you're on a mission that you care about. Now, before I jump in, I wanted to let you know about a great free resource that we've created for the Explearning community. It's a comprehensive small talk guide. If you find yourself grasping at thin air when you're in unfamiliar social situations, then our small talk guide is for you. Click the link in the description box below to get the downloadable delivered straight to your inbox. All right, let's get back to business. So at this point, you've probably got this whole remote work situation under control. And if that's not the case, fear not. We have a great starter lesson for you right over here. Check that out. But there's an often overlooked part of working from home that we wanted to zoom in on. No pun intended. The all-important check-in call. When you do a check-in in person, you have a lot of extra information you can use to calibrate how you engage with the colleague. Do they look frantic? You can soften your tone. Do they look surprised or confused? It might be worth first stepping back and making sure that they're clear on what needs to be done. Also, when checking in with someone in person, it's not that easy for them to put you off. After all, you're sitting right there in front of them. It's not like they can throw on their invisible cloak. One way or another, you'll get an answer. But it gets more complicated when you aren't in the same office. Suddenly, you have much less information about their current state of affairs. You can't read their body language and facial expressions. You don't know if they're completely swamped or twiddling their thumbs. You are also at greater risk of being ignored. Emails and texts get lost in the shuffle. Must have been that darn spam box again, eh? And you also don't want to pester the person. Chances are they're busy and they have every intention of getting the deliverable to you by the deadline. So you might feel a bit uncomfortable about butting in. But all the same, you do need to be sure. So now the question is, how do you get your status update without being ignored or seeming pushy? The solution comes down to striking a balance between being authoritative, empathetic, and proactive. Authoritative because you are responsible for keeping things on track. Empathetic because you recognize that we're all human and that life throws us curveballs sometimes. And proactive because you're willing to step up and help if something's gone awry. Okay, ready for the template? Hey, name, I know you're working on project name. I just wanted to see if you have any questions or anticipate any obstacles to meeting our deadline. Happy to assist however I can. Now, the important thing is to deliver this check-in via a phone call. Phone calls aren't as good as in-person interaction, but at least you get to hear their tone of voice. Are they stressed, uncertain? And they can hear yours, which should be calm and friendly. This can go a long way towards humanizing the interaction and keeping everyone on good terms. That leads to better project outcomes. Phone calls are also harder to ignore than emails and texts. They're more immediate, so you get your information right there when you need it. And if the call doesn't connect, leave a voicemail and send them an email with the same exact template. This wording signals that you are holding them accountable, but you understand there could be complications and are prepared to help them through any challenges if they arise. The last bit is really important for ensuring that you aren't ignored. So there you have it, a polite, collaborative way to keep on top of deliverables from your team. What's nice about this template is that it also works well in person. So you should feel free to use it even when you aren't working remotely. The most important thing to do when using this template is to be firm but friendly. When people know you mean business, but that you're also there to lend a helping hand, they tend to be much more open and solutions-oriented. So now that I've shared our thoughts, I would love to hear your own ideas for checking in with clients, contractors, and colleagues remotely. What strategies do you have for politely reaching out to them? What other ideas do you have? Share that with me and the Explearning community in the comments down below. And if you loved this lesson, please be sure to let me know. You can give this video a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to join our tribe of Explearners so that you never miss a lesson. If you ring that bell, you'll get notified about our new lessons and our weekly live streams. Email this video to a friend or a coworker who also wants to supercharge their social skills. And while we're at it, feel free to also share it with your Facebook and Twitter friends as well. And remember, the write-ups of these lessons are always available on our blog at explearning.co/blog. With that, have an awesome week, Explearners. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time for your next Explearning lesson. Happy Explearning!